Biggest games of the season. This is the week one slate. Take it all in, everybody, as Adam tells you what's one game, Adam, you're most excited to see.
What's going on, everybody? Spencer here. And today we're talking about the NFL schedule release, which is always kind of funny because let's be honest, we already know who everyone was playing. But now that we actually know when these games are happening, it does change things a little bit. Like some games just feel bigger when you put them on Thanksgiving or Christmas or Sunday Night Football, or you throw them into some random standalone spot where everyone is going to be watching. And I don't know, man. This year, there are some legitimately awesome games on the schedule. You've got Rams Seahawks on Christmas, which might honestly be the best game of the entire season if both teams are what we think they are. You've got Bills Chiefs on Thanksgiving night. And anytime it's Mahomes versus Josh Allen, it's obviously appointment television. NFL.com had those as two of the top games of the season, and it's pretty hard to argue with that. Then you have the Bears Packers on Christmas, which is just perfect. Like that's one of those games where even if you're not a fan of either team, you kind of understand why the league is putting them in there. It's Bears, it's Packers, it's Christmas, it's Caleb Williams, it's Jordan Love. That just feels like a real football game. And then there are games that maybe aren't the obvious casual fan picks, but they're really interesting. Lions at Bills opening the new stadium, Eagles at Bears early in the season, Ravens, Bengals late in the year. Those are the types of games where, depending on how the season goes, we might look back and say, that one actually told us a lot. Sports Illustrated pointed out that the best games are not always just the biggest brands. Sometimes it's about timing, stakes, and what the matchup tells us about a team. So today on World of Matchups, we're going to go through the best games announced in the 2026 NFL schedule release. We'll talk about the obvious must-watch games, the holiday games, the rivalry games, the sneaky good ones, and the matchups that might look way better in December than they do right now. Because on paper, it's just a schedule. But once you actually start looking at it, there are some absolute bangers in there. Oh, yeah. A lot of holiday games, a ton of international games, even more this year. I'm not the biggest fan of international games personally, but
international games. Oh, this is America's game. It should be played in America. You can hate me
this is my
for saying it.
Yeah, this is my annual reminder that I really believe that they want the Jaguars to be an international team and they're testing markets. I think the Jaguars will leave Jacksonville and I think they will become it's going to happen, dude. It's almost a guarantee. There will be an international NFL team and I 100,000,000,000% think it's going to be the Jags.
They send them over there every year and sometimes
every year
for 2 weeks in a row. I mean, Trevor Lawrence might as well buy property there.
They are testing the waters. I think it's going to be in London. I think there's going to be a London NFL team. Personally,
yep. The London Jaguars would not surprise me.
They're just planting the NFL across the world, like getting it, especially in Europe, bouncing around Germany and England, just like saying, hey, look, this is going to be the European NFL team, like let's introduce. I don't know. That's just my tin hat opinion. Let's go over. We're going to react to Yahoo's 2026 schedule release. This is, in their opinion, their top 10 games, and we're going to go ahead and react to each one. Number 10 is the Denver Broncos at Kansas City Chiefs. Which makes sense, right? I think this is going to be the first opening game of the season or Monday Night Football. Yeah, Monday night, I'm sorry, to end the opening week. It's kind of perfect, to be honest with you. You always love division matchups. These are the best times for it. Both these teams have big questions. Both of them are fighting for the same spot. You got Bo Nix. Is his ankle really good? It's kind of it's never good when you break your ankle, but it seems like there's a little bit of worry around it. Maybe it's just off-season buzz and we'll all forget about it as soon as the season starts. But obviously on the other end, Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL. So two major injuries to two huge quarterbacks. And, besides the fact it's the Monday Night Football, it's the AFC West. I mean, I think this was a really good pick by the NFL.
Nobody does Monday Night Football like the Kansas City Chiefs. The fans, the barbecue, they absolutely love it. The Red Sea, division matchup to boot. I mean, I know the Denver Broncos, faithful are a little upset that this game is not being played in Denver. And, kind of rightfully so, man. You really beat up on the Chiefs last year. However, this is Patrick Mahomes. He's playing week one. I've been telling you guys this all year long. Nobody heals like Mahomes. The guy is made of Wolverine's blood. He will be out there. You know how the NFL just sucks him off. This is going to be a fantastic game. whoever wins this game, you can go as far as saying probably could win the division. I know you like the Chargers, but like this has like tiebreaker written all over it. This is an important game. Bo Nix coming back from injury, Patrick Mahomes coming back from injury. What will Justin Fields bring? What will K9 bring? It's a huge game. You know, is just Jonah Coleman as good as advertised? Like, this is a big game. Kelsey on his last legs. Nobody can argue with this being a great first Monday Night Football game, and I'm here for it.
All right, number 9 they have, and this is a great one, and now it really means something. It's Green Bay Packers at Chicago Bears Week 16 for Christmas. It's going to be a snow game. It's going to be nasty, and it is. I think, like the Raiders, the NFL is just better when the Bears are good, you know, and both of these teams are very good, and so this is going to be an explosive matchup, especially late into the season. It's Week 16. This is going to have playoff implications, you know, if everyone stays healthy. This is everything that you dream of. I'm actually surprised it's not a little higher on the list.
This is a great game. I think Caleb Williams is going to go to another level this year. I think this is when the Bears overtake the Packers. I'm calling it now. I think they're a better team. I just do. Josh Jacobs is another year older. Michael Parsons may or may not be out there.
Packers still don't have a wide receiver one.
Packers, yeah. I mean, like, is Jaden Reed your wide receiver one? Christian Watson is always half dead. And, I mean, they're a good team, but they're not a great team. I think the Bears take that next step this year, and they overtake them. I think they start taking the lunch money instead of having their lunch money taken. And on Christmas makes it all the even better. This is going to be a fantasy explosion for all players involved, and I love it. This is going to be a great matchup, and it's a division matchup that we have been waiting to see even out for a long, long time.
Yeah, number 8 is also the Chicago Bears. According to Yahoo, they are visiting the Detroit Lions for, obviously, Thanksgiving. That's always great because, you know, the Lions have been bad for so long. It was just kind of tradition to laugh at them on Thanksgiving. And now this is like probably the biggest season in Detroit history. I mean, they've never done anything. Let's be honest. I mean, other than blowing an NFC Championship game, in terms of going into a season, this is like franchise defining. They could slip back into mediocrity this year and like crash and burn. I think it is that dire for them. They lost their whole offensive line. They lost all their coordinators who are like obviously being successful and like literally coaching a team in your division. I could see Dan Campbell getting fired. Like, dude, these things are not off the table. No one wants to talk about it because it's the Lions, and you know we just have this NFC Championship picture in our head. They're not that team anymore.
They're not.
At least I don't think they could prove it this year. Maybe. All I'm trying to say is it's not guaranteed at all. And so this is huge, man. They need to win a game like this on Thanksgiving to like put their stamp on, because they're fading out of out of relevancy. I should say not existence. They're fading out of relevancy in my opinion.
Oh, 100,000 trillion %, Spencer. I couldn't agree more. And this is going to be potentially what I think could be the end of the Lions. They had their window, man, and I'm not sure.
They had their
chance.
I'm
not so sure it's even open. And you guys all laughed at me when I told you, like, take the points in San Francisco on the road, about to step on a neck. Take those points. Those points put you in the Super Bowl. They do. 3 more points put you in the Super Bowl, and then anything happens. But no, you blew it. And now that's it. Guys have retired. Guys are hurt. Your line is Swiss cheese. Montgomery is gone. And I like Dan Campbell, but let this team go 6-11 and lose on Thanksgiving Day again. Dude, he's out of there. So I like this matchup. I do think that this is going to be the type of matchup where you're going to have to, for the first time in a long time, like, change the times of how you eat. Because most of the time everyone's just like, it's just the Lions, whatever, man. We eat later, or we eat now, or watch the Cowboys. You know what I mean? But like, you're gonna have to watch this game, just like game number 2, Packers Bears. There's gonna be a lot of fireworks in this game. Sam Laporta will be back. The Sun God is still there. Goff is still good if he's protected. And I'm telling you, man, this is my holy trinity of fantasy players this year. Caleb Williams, Colston Loveland, and Luther Burden. Sprinkle in Roma Dunze. These guys are going to go to the moon with Ben Johnson. To the moon. And so just the 7 players I've mentioned is worth postponing dinner till later. You might even want to fast and wait till all the football is done, or just eat during commercials and graze, because this is going to be must-see TV. But I am a little worried about the Detroit Lions in a big way this year. I think they regress even more this year, and they're in trouble, man. Terrion Arnold and Aiden Hutchinson ain't enough to save you guys. And you didn't do much in the draft. I'm concerned.
Yeah, I agree. And I think Dan Campbell is getting too big for his britches, to be honest with you. I think he was so dumb to take over play calling last year. Dude, well, actually, you know, I can keep my thoughts going here, because at number 7, they had Detroit Lions at Buffalo Bills.
Oh.
I liked the coordinator that the Lions had last year who took over for Ben Johnson. Like, think back to that Lions-Ravens game early in the season. The potential for that guy's creative play calling, dude, was so good. And just because you're not having a magical Super Bowl run season, Dan Campbell just immediately pulled the rug. Like, dude, you don't know how to call plays like that. Like, dude,
he's not a play caller.
Let this guy who literally is a first-time play caller who was, you know, playing under Ben Johnson have a chance, buddy. Like, dude, I think they were fools to think that they were top contenders for a Super Bowl last year. I mean, obviously you want to win every game. I just think the mentality was so stupid to just fire your offensive coordinator. Dan Campbell takes over. Like, I don't know. I think it was dumb. I also kind of feel like this is overinflated. I know it's the first game in the new Highmark Stadium, so obviously no matter who they were playing, this was going to be, you know,
it's going to be on the list.
Games. Yeah. But I feel like they could have picked a better matchup than the Detroit Lions for the home opener. I mean, I guess I just spent all this time poo-pooing on the Detroit Lions. I feel like it should have been the Chiefs, man, if we're really being honest. And I know schedule making is bananas, dude. I get it. Like, I'm not trying to say it's so easy you could have just made it happen. I feel like they could have made it happen, and I think that they should have. I could not have thought of a better matchup, honestly, than that. It feels so right. But it's like the Detroit Lions, and I don't know. If the Lions are not as good as I think it is, it's going to be kind of a boring game, to be honest with you. I think the Bills are a much better team than the Lions are this year.
I think the Bills steamroll them in this game. I don't think the Lions will be able to keep up. I do hear what you're saying about the Chiefs going to the Bills for the opening, ribbon cut at Highmark Stadium, but the NFL did make it up to us, because Chiefs at Bills on Christmas Day. Yeah, I mean, Santa is coming down the chimney.
To be honest with you, like, I've been watching soccer, so I'm just kind of obsessed. This feels like El Clasico, like when Barcelona plays Real Madrid. Like, it just has, like, when they play each other, it's literally like an event, you know? Like, Bills Chiefs is just like the best event in NFL schedule.
It's almost like it has to be a yearly thing. They want them to play twice in one season because it truly is some of the best football that you see on both sides of the ball. And these teams don't like each other, man.
Yeah.
And so that makes it even better. You know, I mean, you guys can say what you want about the Kansas City Chiefs. I get it, man. Like, no one wants to, give them their flowers. The refs this, the refs that. But guys, it's you watch. None of you don't watch. I don't see any of you guys boycotting. When Patrick Mahomes is on the TV, everybody is watching. And so I kind of hear what you're saying. I think they could have picked a better team than the Lions. I think the Lions are just one of those teams that their window closed faster than anybody I've seen in a while. The Bears are the new Lions. The Bears are here, man. I'm telling you, you guys, watch out for it wouldn't shock me to see the Bears host an NFC Championship game at all. But I do like what the NFL did here. They kind of gave them a cupcake. They kind of. Not totally, but kind of. Because I don't think the Lions are any good.
Yeah. Let's hop over. This is kind of just obviously the NFL tradition. At number 6, they have Patriots at Seahawks week 1, right? Super Bowl matchups. It's kind of, I think I always do that.
I'm not going to waste time talking about this.
I feel like
it was stupid.
Yeah,
I hate for a top.
I wouldn't make this so high.
No.
I mean, I get the idea behind it, but I think the vibes for New England are just really off.
When was the last time the Super Bowl matchup was week 1? First of all, somebody get at me and tell me that.
I think the Eagles and Chiefs did, right?
This is maybe they played later in the season. Stupid idea. No, the Eagles and Chiefs, they played week 4, and the Eagles won that game too. I don't like this. I'm not feeling it. I think it's a cupcake win for the Seattle Seahawks.
I don't think the Patriots are going to be as good this year.
They're another team that's going to regress mightily. I don't care if they get A.J. Brown, dude. There's a black cloud hanging over Foxborough right now, and it's not, in a good way. And I don't think it's going to go away anytime soon. It's not like you're bringing in a quality guy with AJ at all. So now the cloud gets darker.
Yeah.
Let his targets all of a sudden, slow down there. And now you're fighting Vrabel, Rossini, May. It's just a mess, dude. You know what I mean? Guys, eventually, you say what you want, but guys get tired of this nonsense, and then they want out. And I don't think that the Patriots were good enough to go to the Super Bowl
It's
last
so
year.
hard to lose the Super Bowl
Everything
too,
just
man.
broke up. It just broke right for them. Honestly, I don't think
You have the shortest offseason and you lost at the last second, and then you have all this, dude. The vibes are off, man.
Oh, dude, man, I'm telling you, if Bo Nix doesn't break his ankle, they roll the Patriots in that game. I'm sorry. Denver should have went to the Super Bowl, and then it would have been a real game. I'm not feeling this. It's one of the worst top 10 games I've seen them put on this list.
Yeah, you just talked about this one. Number 5 is Kansas City Chiefs at Buffalo Bills Week 12 for Thanksgiving. Doesn't get much better, man.
Is it Thanksgiving and Christmas they play?
That's Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Either way. I mean, normally the last game on Thanksgiving is the worst of the three because everybody's got the itis. The tryptophan kicks in. You're tired. You probably lost a lot of your money on Dallas because, that happens a lot on Thanksgiving. And you just passed out. You've been drinking all day, and you're just kind of like, it's on. You know what I mean? But no one's really invested. This year, you got to be invested.
You got to pace yourself this year.
You got to be invested. Guys, pace yourself this Thanksgiving. And if you got any PTO, you definitely want to not work on Thanksgiving. I mean, I'm probably going to be stuck working, but I don't know. See if I could call out or something because, I don't want to miss this game because this is going to be fireworks. Buffalo Bills fans hate the Chiefs. They would string Patrick Mahomes up and his mama. This is must-see TV. I think that this, personally, non-playoff game will be the best game of the year. And I think the Bills will probably win it. Bills will probably win because they always beat the Chiefs in the regular season. It's just what they do.
Yeah, number 4, I don't necessarily agree with. I mean, maybe it belongs somewhere in the top 10, but I think it's a little inflated. It is the Philadelphia Eagles at Dallas for Thanksgiving. I mean, it's not to say that it won't be a good game, but it's just kind of like a scheduled game, I don't know. I feel like division matchups are hard. And I know we just gassed up like Broncos Chiefs, but I would say in general, I don't. It's kind of hard to think that a division matchup is like the best game of the season. They're always good, but to say that this is in the top 5, I feel like is a little extreme because we know Dallas is playing on Thanksgiving and. I don't know. I mean, it's not. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be fun to watch. But do I really think it's top 5? I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't know if I agree with it either. It will be a good game. The Eagles don't play on Thanksgiving all that often. Divisional matchup. They hate each other. Both teams are pretty good. I think Dallas is ascending, quite frankly. If things break right for Dallas, they could end up being like the Patriots were last year. They just got to get their defense together. But they got a hell of a draft. They've had a hell of a draft. So if they get anything from these guys that they're bringing into the field as rooks, this could be a very, very entertaining game. George Pickens still got to get his head screwed on right. But, I mean, this is like a tale of like the two jailbird type teams. You know what I mean? They're just guys that just attitude guys, always in trouble. Everyone hates both teams. So I don't know if it's top 5, but I'll be watching for sure.
Let's go to number 3. They have Buffalo Bills at Los Angeles Rams Week 5.
I could see this.
I mean, yeah,
I could see
the Rams
this.
are just fun to watch. I mean, the Rams are always good.
The most fun team to watch right now.
It's a Monday night matchup too. I mean, that's
the Los Angeles Rams.
For a Monday night football game, especially, this is great. Most Monday night football games are kind of snooze fest, if we're being honest. Like I don't know.
This is gonna be wild. And here's the thing, like, while the Rams defense has come alive and been a lot better, I could also see this being the type of game that's just like in the 40s, where just like the offensive prowess is just so strong and so hard to deny and just so unstoppable that, like, all of a sudden to win the game, you have to score 40. And I'm here for it. That's what the NFL wants. Defense wins championships. The NFL is a business, guys. They want eyeballs on the screen. Under the lights, they want nothing more to have like Josh Allen have 6 tutties, Puka Nacua have 200 yards. You know what I mean? Like, that's what they want. And that's what Sean McVay wants. Sean McVay wants to light it up at home. This game is in L.A. They're going to do everything they can to win this game. I think Buffalo will lose this game, but they're going to put up a good fight. And I think it's properly ranked.
All right, yeah, we're coming down to the end now, which is crazy. Number 2, they have the Baltimore Ravens at Buffalo Bills Week 8. Always a good one, obviously.
Baltimore's got no heart, man. I'm sorry. Lamar's got no heart. When was the
This
last
is
time
that
Lamar went
crazy
to
game
Buffalo
last
and
year
won?
too, man.
Look,
I think
they never win. For it to be a rivalry, you gotta win sometimes, man.
the Ravens have to do something this year before they. I really
They
just
gotta.
you got to stop taking them so seriously.
Ravens have to show me something. They have to. Every time they go to Buffalo, they lose. Every time. You know why I know this? Because I bet money
Every
on
time
them
the Ravens
every
playing
time
an
they go there
important
in
game,
the playoffs.
dude.
They choke. They choke, dude. I just think some guys just aren't built for the moment. I'll never back off this. You guys know my stance on Lamar, and if you haven't been watching, I'll tell you the guy's not a winner. You can come for me all you want. What does he want? MVPs don't get you into the Hall of Fame, bro. You got to win big games. You got to win big games on the road. When everyone else is shaking, you need to be sturdy and stable. You need to show everybody that you can literally take over a game by yourself. And the Ravens, Lamar's not that guy. He runs less now. You know what I mean? And if Derrick Henry doesn't explode for 180 and 2 tutties, they don't win. And even when he does, they don't win half the time.
Yeah,
so
he
this
fumbles.
is a tough game. I don't know if I would have it in my top 3 because I don't believe in the Ravens. Not like that. I believe in the Bills more than I believe. Josh Allen has shown you that he can take over a game. And he can take over the game by himself. It's just the defense has failed Josh Allen more than freaking the last 30 presidents of the United States. Like, they just don't give him the help he needs defensively. So I don't know. It'll be a good game. I don't think it will be a top 3 game.
All right, this is it. And I think it's pretty much undeniable that this is the best game of the season, in my opinion. It's the Seahawks versus Rams Week 16 Christmas. I mean, come on. Yeah, I mean,
this is gonna be for all the marbles here. These teams hate each other. The Rams can't get past the Seahawks. They've rebuilt their entire secondary to stop JSN. I think the Seahawks will take a step back. Say what you want, but I think K9 meant more to them than they think he meant. And Jadarian Price is small, doesn't catch the ball. I think they're going to miss K9. I do. And they don't have another real viable threat at wide receiver outside of JSN. Anything happens to JSN, then what? You think Rashid Shaheed can carry the mill for that team? Stop. Their defense will have to win that game, and I think this is the year that the Rams overtake them, and I love it. It's going to be must-see TV.
Yeah, that's it. That was Yahoo's top 10 games of the season.
I agree with most of it.
I think maybe the ranking I would maybe switch around a little bit.
Get that Seahawks-Patriot game out of there. That was the most boring.
I think the number
Super Bowl
2
the
game of the
last 30
season
years.
is Bills Chiefs, to be honest with you. I think that's number 2.
I think so too, man. Every one of those games, dude, literally the greatest game anyone.
I think Bears Packers
Gen
Christmas
Z,
is also a bit underrated too, man.
That's up there too, man. I think the greatest game anyone's ever seen, Gen Z, millennial, or otherwise, was the 13-second Patrick Mahomes comeback at home. So,
well, probably the greatest regular
season
season game ever was that Rams Chiefs game where it was like 50,000 to 49,000.
54 50.
That's
Chiefs
probably
should have won that game too. Dude dropped the ball and it killed me. That game crushed me.
That's one of the greatest games of all time.
Yeah. That might be the greatest Monday night game of all time.
Yeah.
13 seconds might have been the greatest playoff game of all time. That's our list.
Definitely
guys.
in that round. At the
Oh,
very
yeah.
least. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. We can do a Chiefs one too. I don't have an intro for it. I don't know if you want to cut that one up or if you want to do it another time.
No, let's do it right now. I mean,
you can lead.
I've gone over the schedule. I'll lead. You chime in whenever you want, and I'll just go over the whole thing. I have a lot of thoughts about this. So, World of Matchups is here today. We're going to break down the Kansas City Chiefs schedule. It has dropped. Everybody has been excited about it. There have been some leaks, and it's finally come to fruition. We're going to start week 1 with the home opener versus the Denver Broncos. This is always a highly contested matchup. The Broncos had our number last year in a big way. Chiefs kind of fell apart. They always fall apart when it's time to play the Broncos for some reason the last couple of years after beating them 15 straight times. Broncos fans are kind of pissed that this game is going to be in Kansas City. Look, the bottom line is just going to be